you fashion. I do art. For me, it's about art. That's it.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in once again. This is Art by Laff, your home for digital art painting processes, quick sketches, long sketches, medium sketches, all that stuff. And an insight into my brain. Not that you asked for that. Hope you guys are doing well. Those of you who have not subscribed, subscribe. Those of you who already have, thank you. Leave a like on the video and comment so that this video can get pushed out to the masses and we can get to 1,000 subs by the end of the year. It's February, so that's the goal for the year.
So what does that mean? That I'm just another one in a long line of delusional people?
So a few months back, I did a 15-minute daily drawing challenge for a month. And on the very first week, I said this. Maybe I might even at the end pick one that I thought could go somewhere and see what I could do with that sketch and turn it into a whole piece. But we'll see. And on one of the days for week 4, I made this sketch. So I decided to follow through with that and go back to this sketch and make a whole painting out of it. And I thought it was a good one to start with. It's got such an interesting composition anyway, with the lighting and the lighting from the lighter. All right, some chiaroscuro type visual that really intrigued me, which is why I wanted to sketch it in the first place. And it makes sense that I'm coming back to it as the first one to make a painting out of. And this probably won't be the last of these sketches that I go back to. I already have another one in mind, so stay tuned for that. And of course, the other stuff I have coming up on the channel. But that's about it. Hope you guys enjoy. I'm gonna stick around for the voiceover and talk through the painting process and just ramble about nothing and everything. So let's get into it. Okay. I don't know why I just started like that, but we're back again. Thanks for tuning in, like I said before. And we're just gonna chill. We're just gonna chill and try not to get too gassed about the new music that I got for this video and the painting that I'm gonna be talking over. Pretty proud of this one. I mean, I say that every time almost, but I'm pretty proud of this one. And I'm gonna talk through what I did, sort of. I'm also just gonna talk about whatever comes up in my mind, so that's gonna be fun. First of all, I have to say, even though this painting is like the subject matter is clearly like smoking and stuff, I'm not a smoker, and I'm not the biggest fan of smoking. Just not the biggest fan. I'm not the biggest fan of smoking. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of their work, smoking. But yeah, it's just like I said, the composition was interesting to me, and I thought it would make a good sketch first of all, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go back and do a painting of one of these things, and this seems like a pretty good one. The reference photo is just striking, and I tried to recreate it, just straight from there, but in my own style. So yeah. And obviously, as the thumbnail states, or not the thumbnail, the title, but also the thumbnail, because I'm going to talk about that too. But the thumbnail and the title, let's get it right. As the title states, I tried to make it look like, or tried to turn it into like a painting. I mean, I battle a lot with what my style is in terms of art style, and I tend to just always revert back to the same sort of realistic, like classic looking paintings. I don't know what it is, but maybe it's my ADD or ADHD, whatever we're calling it these days. Not to make light of people who are actually dealing with that stuff, but to whatever extent I'm dealing with it, just my brain always does whatever, and I get hyper focused or kind of obsessed about the fine details and things, and same goes with paintings. And so that's why I kind of revert back to the same sort of style, where I just go pretty much one way and having it look one way. And I try to mess with the style sometimes and be more loose with the brush strokes and whatever, but I kind of just revert back to sort of the same thing, and I think that's my style. But whatever it is, it's here, and it's here to stay, maybe. We'll see how it evolves over the months and years, but yeah, just kind of a explanation, but not really, of why my paintings look the way they do and why my technique is what it is. So going through all the shading and the way I mess with the lighting, all that stuff is just, I don't know how to explain it. It's just the way I try to make the paintings look real, but also like give it a classic look. And I forgot what I started to talk about, but either way, I think I was talking about smoking and not being a big fan of smoking, and then went into what my art style is or isn't. So it is what it is. Now, like I said before, I'm trying not to get gassed about how I have new songs finally for these videos, and this one right here is a banger. And just through the editing process and listening to the song, I've just had to take time to just jam out to it, and I feel like doing that now. I feel like just taking a little break from talking and just enjoy like the song. It's just, you know, puts you in a good mood and makes you want to move and stuff. And yeah, I'll probably use that a lot. I'll try not to use it too much throughout these videos, or else it would just be on a loop for each video. Just no other songs, just this one, just bouncing back and forth in my chair while I edit. So, and I'm sure you guys would love to watch a video of just that, just me vibing out to a song. That'd be great. Okay, speaking of ADHD and all that, I just said that I was going to talk about the title and the thumbnail and what it has to do with the approach to the painting, and of course what I'm doing in the painting. And I immediately just went on a tangent, so hooray. All right, let's get back on track. So like I said, based on the title and the thumbnail, like this painting obviously and the photo that I used as reference obviously has like a chiaroscuro type visual, and I remember learning about that in school, like in art class, and well, I mainly remember it just because of the name, the Latin name, and just thinking, that's a funny sounding word or whatever, but also just an intriguing one, because not only intriguing because of the technique itself, but because of the word, and it's one of those things that you just remember. The word is striking, the technique is or the technique and the paintings that use the technique are striking. So it's just one of those things that you remember, and I didn't even intend for it to be like, I didn't go, I want to make a chiaroscuro type painting. It just happened because of the way I was drawn to the original reference picture. So yeah, it worked out like that. So now the technique, I mean, I've gotten a lot better at drawing and painting hands, and that's a result of more time like studying different reference images and practicing, and then, I mean, yeah, that's what it comes down to, is just time. Imagine that, time and practice makes you better. Who would have thought, guys? So doing a lot more work with hands and different drawings and paintings that I've done recently, and just being more mindful about following through with like the shapes, and having a really solid, or a solid few references helps a lot. So you just start with, like I always do myself, I start with the base color. That's just how I do it. I start with what the base color, like the skin tone, would be, and then I work in the shading from there, where the dark spots are going to be, and then I add in the details, just going from dark to light usually. And given that I didn't go to formal like art training, art school or anything, and I'm self-taught, so to speak, yeah, it's kind of weird. I just do whatever that works, and then people will go, oh wow, that looks amazing, or some people might go, wow, that looks trash. But to the ones that say it looks amazing, shout out to you, cheers. So it's working. I mean, art is, that's what it is. It's I was talking earlier about like art styles and stuff. I mean, there's so many ways to get to like the end result, and it can be so subjective anyway. I mean, there are objective parts to assessing art, but it's so subjective anyway, and people approach it differently. So even if you're doing like something like that, or something like this, where you're like, I'm trying to make it look like a classic painting and realism and XYZ, it's just you're the artist, and who's going to tell you that the way you did it or the way you came to that result is not the right way? I don't know. Who's to say? Maybe there is someone's going to say, no, that you shouldn't do it that way, but I'm going to do it anyway. So I'll just explain, how I arrive at those results. So yeah, working from dark to light, and I don't remember when I started doing that, but that's what I do, and it produces results that I'm happy with. And for some of those paintings that I do, I'm actually kind of blown away at my own results that I get from the techniques that I use, the timing, like the way I use the brush strokes. Even though this is digital, but still, the way that I use the brushes and the brush strokes and the colors, when I decide to put certain pieces in. So all that is, I'm kind of amazed by it sometimes, what I can achieve. And I just hope that kind of comes through like in these videos. And I plan to do a lot more of it. And for so many years, I just didn't feed this passion, for reasons that I might explain one day in like a different type of video. Who knows? And of course that has its own detriments, but now that I'm really just infatuated with it again, it's something that just makes me feel happy to be alive, happy to be able to do this, and makes me want to do it more and get so much more. I almost said so much more better, and I hate when people say more better. So much better at it, and just share it with the world. Hence why I'm here on YouTube, just talking nonsense for about, how long it's been, 20 minutes 20 minutes or 2 hours. It's either 20 minutes or 2 hours, I don't know, but yeah, having fun. So now that I'm almost at the end of the painting process, and I've said nothing about the painting process, even though you can kind of see what I'm doing, I'm just going to talk about the approach to the fire real quick. So this was so much fun, like trying to get the colors right and blend it. You see, I add like a color, start with the blue, and I blend it with like the lighter parts, and then I feel like I'm talking really, really fast. And then I add in like what makes it actually fire, right? And then get into like the part where it's hitting the I don't know what this person is lighting up, if it's a cigarette or a joint, I don't know, but whatever it is, where the fire meets that, and combustion happens. And yeah, it was just really fun to work on that, and kind of stressful as I got to the end, because then I was really like, oh no, what if it doesn't look quite real? But yeah, I had so much fun doing this, and like I said before, pretty proud of the result. And thank you guys for watching. If you stuck around this far, hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, come back for more, and I'll see you on the next one.